You're watching Moments with Jill Walker. Today I'm talking about the 3 P's. The first one was about parenting. The second one was about preachers. And today, the third one is talking about politicians. Well, you might wonder why I'm choosing the 3 P's, because I believe those 3 P's influence our country. It begins in the home and then carries over into the church, which also affects the home. How we feel about God and how we live for God. And then it does carry into our society, in our government. Do you know that our forefathers founded this government upon the principles of the Bible? I've been to Washington, D.C. twice, and it amazes me to see so much scripture in Washington, D.C. On the back of doors, on the walls. A lot of people don't want to talk about that. But if you study the history of America, you'll see it was a God-fearing nation that was founded upon biblical principles. Even it says in the Pledge of Allegiance, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. What does the Bible say about politics? A lot of people feel like politics shouldn't be mixed with religion. But I don't know about that. The Bible does talk about politics. Here's some verses I found. In 1 Timothy chapter 2, verses 1 and 2, I exhort, therefore, that first of all, supplications, prayers, intercessions, and giving of thanks be made for all men, for kings, and that includes the president here in America, for all kings and all that are in authority. That's even local government. That's right. Even policemen and firemen, that we may lead a quiet and peaceable life in all godliness and honesty. There you go. Sometimes our politics has let corruption come in. The politicians have not been as honest as they should have been. And it's made us Americans, or wherever you live, with maybe a king ruling your country, it's made you not want to trust. But the scripture also tells us to pray for them. Sure, there's corrupt government in any place in the world. And someday, during the end times, and we are in the end times, so I don't know when it will take place, but the Bible tells us there will be a one world ruler who will rule the world with a one economy system. We need to pray for our leaders now, while there is still hope for revival. I know there's corruption. I know there's dishonesty. I know there's lies. But in spite of all of that, God can move in your country. And I'm particularly talking about where I live in America. Psalms chapter 33, verse 12 goes like this. Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord, and the people whom he hath chosen for his own inheritance. Let me read that first part again. Blessed or blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord. I want America to get back to what our forefathers founded this country upon, which is God. The centerpiece was and should be God. Proverbs 14:34 says like this, righteousness exalteth a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. So when righteousness prevails, when people who live in their country start spreading the gospel, and then righteousness starts prevailing, it says that it exalts a nation in Proverbs 14:34. Don't you want your nation exalted? Yes. Don't you want your nation to be a God-fearing country? Yes. It finally says in 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 17, honor all men, love the brotherhood, fear God, and honor the king. Well, we don't have a king ruling in our country in the United States of America. We have a president, but we need to honor that one in office. Whether you voted for that president or not, we still need to pray for that person who holds the office of president. In whatever country you live in, pray for your king or queen, your ruler. Even if they are dishonest or corrupt, God can change their heart. We need revival in this world, and we need revival especially in America. I hope you remember to pray for the politicians from the top up all the way down to the local level. They're all important, and they are affecting the way we live now and the way we will live in the future. You've been watching Moments with Jill Walker. God bless you today.